temporarily from Lansing in the heart of Michigan, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, May 15th, 2016. Silver is trading at $17.11 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,273 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $460. Antiwar.com reports reestablished by President Jimmy Carter in 1980 in retaliation for the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, the Selective Service Program has been spending hundreds of millions of dollars over the past 36 years registering all men aged 18 to 26 for a military draft which not only does not exist, but which the Pentagon has repeatedly expressed public opposition to. And while the program's website brags that it's what a man's got to do, the program is about to get a lot bigger and by extension a lot more expensive, as the Senate Armed Services Committee has followed its House counterpart in passing the Draft America's Daughters Act of 2016, which would expand the registration requirement to women. If passed, the DADA would go into effect by 2018, effectively doubling the number of people who have to register for a military draft that again does not even exist, and that the Pentagon continually expresses opposition to. The House is also attempting to include the bill's language in the 27 National Defense Authorization Act. There has been opposition to the expansion of the Selective Service to women, with some bipartisan effort in Congress to block the resolution. Those supporting the expansion are citing fairness, though there is a separate effort to eliminate the Selective Service outright, with advocates noting this would also be fair and dramatically cheaper.
For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports former Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney is leading a group of conservatives in trying to draft a third-party presidential candidate who could run in an effort to deny Donald Trump the White House. The effort, first reported by the Washington Post, includes several top conservatives, including Weekly Standard editor William Kristol and blogger and radio host Eric Erickson, along with longtime GOP strategist Mike Murphy and others. The group is said to be targeting several potential candidates, including Ohio Governor John Kasich and Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse, among others, but they have yet to find a candidate willing to hop into the race at this late stage. The ballot access deadline in Texas, home to the second largest trove of electoral college votes, has already passed. Deadlines are quickly approaching in other states where thousands of signatures would need to be collected to register a candidate for the election. Members of the Stop Trump movement said they believed a legal challenge to gain entrance on the Texas ballot would be successful. What has so far proven a more practical challenge than ballot access for the Stop Trump group is identifying a willing candidate. Though, according to NBC News, Kasich has not decided whether he will endorse Trump. A spokesman for the campaign said Kasich had flatly ruled out running as a third party or independent candidate.
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and Numery supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com.
Reuters reports Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel plans to scrap a police review board and replace it with a more independent and better-funded watchdog to investigate police shootings and other misconduct cases, according to a newspaper column that he recently wrote. The decision to abolish the Independent Police Review Authority comes a month after a task force released a scathing report recommending a new board to help mend strained relations between Chicago's police force and the city's minority communities. The task force report said the Independent Police Review Authority was underfunded and staffed by former law enforcement officials whose findings are routinely reversed by the body's leaders. The Independent Police Review Authority was formed in 2007 to respond to community concerns about police accountability. Critics have long questioned the length of time the body takes to make rulings and the frequency with which it finds justification for police actions in cases of alleged misconduct. Emanuel offered few details but wrote that his administration would present a more comprehensive reform plan at a city council meeting on June 22nd. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.